What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only community battle. There is still plenty of action going on. Turn 312. I haven't made any promises yet, but I imagine 350 will be the end point, and I might do it a bit differently going towards 400 than the usual. I just skip through it all and then tell you what happens. I might see what we can do about that, time depending. I think there's still going to be quite a few episodes to go, and right now the Sioux are on the brink of collapse. Wait, how did this happen? Yeah, I thought that was the Shoshone, but no, it's the Sioux. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. The Iroquois are the big issue here, I imagine, because they just settled over here after like years of not doing anything. It's my submarine. It is safe. Just checking it's safe up there. India also declared war on the Sioux at the end of last turn. I don't think I commented on that, but they have. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. But yeah, like I was saying, no promises. I'll probably try and show you a bit more of what's going on just without all the waiting in between 350 and 400. The results probably would be at 350 though. That's the usual way of doing things, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it's going. If it's, if it's going fine and we're getting through sort of 5 turns of video still, then maybe we could keep going. But if it does get too slow, it won't happen. It's not an issue right now. It's just Belgium is taking a ridiculously long time, which happens when sieges like this are going on. We saw it with Ethiopia, although at least they took the cities, and now they look incredibly strong. Lots of cities with lots of planes. They look strong. Oh, something just happened. India finally unified the subcontinent. There you go. They have kicked out Kilwa and taken Mombasa. Kilwa are okay. You're not at war with anybody else, are you? No. Also the Zulu, apparently at war with Samoa. Didn't remember that one, but obviously they are still at war. And yeah, I think Stalin is probably going to take Cardiff at some point here. Depends if this rifleman can get close enough, but I feel like it will be able to next turn because it won't be bombarded. And I think Stalin goes afterwards, so we should be safe. And obviously these planes have done a good job in getting the city down to 0. So I didn't think he'd take another city before the end of the game, but it does look like he is going to grab a bit more of the ocean here. And I mean, it's not going to give him full access, but this would actually be his first coastal city, surprisingly. Neither of his other Scandinavian cities are coastal, so at least he'd have boats. I mean, land units can still make it out, but yeah, Austria's borders are still going to be in the way. Ethiopia's turn now, and yeah, they're not doing anything. Just thought so. Everyone's got planes now. It is so close. Usually it's never this close. I think it's close. It's going to be really close. It might not be like the winner might not be too close. I feel like Vietnam, Ethiopia. Not really sure who's stronger out of those two right now, because obviously Ethiopia just took a lot of stuff, and it looks like Vietnam is about to launch a second invasion effort on Japan. And also, Japan, fair play. I'm pretty sure I looked on a map, and I think Kagoshima is like, should be in this tile if you're trying to get it as close as possible. So, that was pretty cool. I don't know what I was looking at. I think I just opened Google Maps and it was on Japan, so I thought I'd have a look at how close it was. Polynesia, I assume, is doing something. We'll find out if they're at war with Japan soon. Let's at war with Vietnam. I might check once this turn's finished processing. What is going on in North America and South America? The Inca also joining the huge coalition of people against the Sioux right now. And the Aztecs versus the Iroquois. Oh my, this is actually important because the Iroquois have sent their stuff up here towards the Sioux. And the Aztecs, I mean, they're not the best of units, but they've got a fair few units here. Maybe Onondaga could fall. Could the Aztecs rise? That'd be incredible. But we'll obviously see what Texas get up to. That is the big thing. Argentina did peace out with the Incans, and they kept hold of both their cities in the end. So they're still down here. So the Inca do now have the ability to sail through from the Atlantic to the Pacific. I'm not sure how. Actually, no, they don't, because they need open borders with Brazil or Argentina because of this ice. And also something else, and obviously Argentina and Brazil's borders will probably fill this out soon anyway. Rhodesia pieced out with Byzantium. That is a weird war. Sad, but sadly Byzantium, I was going to say down to 2 cities. They might be down to even less soon. This is going to be a tough invasion because the Huns are sending units over the sea, and I imagine these frigates will go deal with that. But yeah, Byzantium lost a lot of. They were very much in control of the Mediterranean. Now that is pretty much Ethiopia in charge. I mean, no one else really is. has coastal cities out here. Only Belgium and Constantinople. So not going to be much of a threat to them. And I guess you could say Mali, but Belgium's not going to let them through. And there you go. Stalin does grab the city of Cardiff. Sadly, the Celts couldn't hold on to it. They're still here, the Celts, and they're helping Japanese units not be destroyed around the world, which is nice of them. And, I mean, they're not that far behind the Celts. They're not going to win. They're probably not even going to get in the top 10. But they're still here, doing okay, doing their thing. This is going to be very interesting once it starts to get going. And obviously, big thing is, what does Texas do? And obviously Polynesia too. They have a lot of stuff out here. Do not forget them. How are Brazil doing? Have they recovered? No, they're still trying to fight the Moors, and that didn't go very well for them. And now the Moors are driving them off because Brazil doesn't have too many boats. They have a few ironclads down here, and they're doing some stuff over here. They're doing a lot of trade with Rhodesia, who, look at this, quite a few frigates. I mean, not they can really do too much with them. They wouldn't be able to attack Nigeria with them, even though Nigeria's navy is a complete mismatch of random ships. They do have planes and artillery on the coast, which will make it impossible. The Zulu have a couple of coastal cities, so again, that could work. Well, see, to be fair, I'm surprised they haven't gone after Shaka yet, because he has fallen away. Like, he didn't replace any of his units that died attacking the Congo, like, ages ago. So I don't really know what he's doing at this point. He's just sitting here waiting. Maybe he's just like me. He's like, you know what, I got to sacrifice myself for Rhodesia. Then that's the way it's got to be. Mongolia has peaced out with Brazil. One of those random conflicts. There you go. Good job, Mongolia. Maybe now you can do something of use. Vietnam, this border's pretty open, although I imagine these planes are here to keep you in check. Maybe you could unsuccessfully attack Korea again, but they seem to have everything pretty much covered out there. Mongolia are in a tough spot, to be fair to them. India actually have a set. Okay, they're probably going to go to war with India the second they settle this city, but Attila's not someone they can easily go after. He still has this big fleet in the Caspian Sea. That's annoying. I guess once Ethiopia's, you know, pushing in for Attila's court in the not-so-distant future, that will be helpful. They are trying to take the city of Linz here, but not sure whether they might be successful, but it's going to take some time. Austria, are you up to anything right now? You're just sitting here with 5 fairly big cities, I mean, all between 15 and 20 population, spread across Eastern and Central Europe. They are just, I just can't believe they fell so far behind Belgium. I don't even know how, but Belgium still just failing so badly. I mean, seriously, Belgium, this is embarrassing. Like, Vietnam trying to take this city for so long, obviously failing. Then Mongolia almost did it, and they snuck in and did do it. But still, this is more embarrassing. Like, it's the fact that that was, like, difficult. This was difficult. There was only 3 tiles to take it. They should have done it. Don't get me wrong, they should have done it. I'm not excusing them. But this, there's no way you could possibly take this. Like, you could have easily, and it's the fact that they could have won. They could have taken, like, Malaga, Granada, probably Valencia and Cordoba too, and finished this war, and just left Benevento as the only Moorish. They probably could have gone after Malaga and Granada and pieced out for Benevento, and they just haven't done that, and it's very annoying. But what can I do? What can I do? I mean, I'm just spectating. Vietnam has completed Cristo Redentor. Cool. Or Vietnam, yep, Confucianism. I can't even remember how it's spelt at this point. Confucianism. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's how I don't know what I've been saying all this other time. I know people have made jokes about Confucianism, which I apparently must have said once. But it must be Confucianism. Something like that. I mean, I'd never heard of it until Civ, so I can be excused. Just looking around, we've got Eastern Orthodox all through the Middle East, India. I think it's Ethiopia's religion. Here it is, Ethiopia's religion. West Africa is Judaism. Whose religion is this? I don't know. I think Burundi started this. Yep, Burundi started this, and it's got pushed up towards the west because obviously Ethiopia's religion has done pretty well in Ethiopia. South Africa is Judaism too. I think Europe is mostly Buddhism. I think this is Belgium's religion. Yep, Buddhism from Belgium. And is that all of Europe? Yeah, that is mostly... The Huns probably are going to take this, though. Good job, Attila. So these two cities are massive, both at 28 population, so close to each other. And with Moscow and Leningrad at 20... Europe's just produced some huge cities, I'm going to be honest. Like, these are 19, 28, 28, 23, 20... 14, 16, 17, 15, 20, 18, 23, 23, 14, 29 over in Brussels, 17, 20, 16, 18, 18, 20. Yeah, Kiev up here is 19 as well. Wow. Belgium has peaced out with Polynesia, and the Moors have peaced out with the Shoshone. The Shoshone are still alive. The Iroquois are trying to take this city, and the Incans are actually helping. And another city from the Sioux. 2 new cities from the Sioux. All of a sudden, loads of settling. The Aztecs are... I think we're trying to do the same thing and actually got caught out there. And the Aztecs are trying to take Onondaga. But more importantly, Linz just fell. That is a shame. That is a shame. They might take it back. And maybe the Huns will take it again. But yeah, Byzantium now just Constantinople. That's a real shame. Because they were doing so well. A lot of people were happy to see them just doing well for once. And now they're in a I said they're in a difficult spot surrounded by... No, I didn't. I said Austria are in a difficult spot, I think. But either way, they are just as difficult spot. Because now they've got Austria to their west, Ethiopia to their south, Attila to his east. Or her east, I should say. That's not going to be good for her. Theodora, not looking good. I mean, this weird Ethiopian city is just annoying. But at least she doesn't have to worry about some weird border with the Moors. Because, you know, that seems to be causing certain AI problems. No names, though. Not going to be naming any names at all. No, that's complete opposite. Where they're not surrendering. I mean, they've gone for a black flag instead of a white one. So, no surrender. They're just going to keep sending these units in to this destroyed stuff. And, I mean, I don't even know why. Like, this city... It's going to be starved to death. There's going to be nothing left when you get there. Not going to be the best city to be going after. How Vietnam? Yep, Vietnam are going to take a lot more of Japan. I thought we would come back to this when I clicked over here. Samoa building up some more planes and are still fighting Australia by the look of it. Polynesia are out here just kind of confused. Sending their boats everywhere. This is actually, I kept forgetting about this, and I haven't actually touched on it yet, but I was talking about how Ethiopia and Vietnam are sort of separated by India at the moment, but actually there is a border here in the Indonesian islands where Vietnam and Ethiopia could go to war over. I wouldn't be surprised if Vietnam tried it. I mean, looking at Vietnam's options, they're going after Japan, they could go after Korea, which will be tough. Probably be easier than going after Japan though for them, unlike what it was for Mongolia. They could go after Mongolia as well. They've got a big tech advantage, shouldn't be too much of an issue. Polynesia's probably a bit, I doubt they would go after Polynesia. They could go after Samoa, which wouldn't be that difficult, even though Samoa pretty much level on technology, they just don't have that many units. And finally, well, India as well, which would be a bit of a mess, but again, yeah, I don't think Vietnam doesn't really have the military anymore. They are now a lot more naval strength and air strength. They've sort of cut back on the army. I mean, it's still pretty big, but I'm sure India could hold them off. And I think that these guys are pretty chill with each other. Although I say that, there's a citadel here. Maybe not so much. How is stuff going over here? No cities on the brink of falling just yet. I just want to make sure nothing else is going on elsewhere. Texas is using their planes against these Moorish frigates. Only going to be one winner there, of course. Here we go. Are we going to see a couple of cities fall? Maybe 2, maybe 3. Vietnam gone yet? It's Japan's go first. Trying to send stuff down south, but here goes Vietnam's turn. I think we could see 2 cities up. Satsuma has fallen. Not a small orange, but close. And that is border gore. They better take Osaka next turn, because we're going to have some gross border gore if not. But Japan is falling. Maybe Tokyo will be spared. Who knows? And Kyoto. A bit further north. You can only hope. Zulu have peaced out with Mali. That is an interesting war. Because I didn't... Oh, Rhodesia have battleships. How on earth they have those? I just don't understand. Burundi must be... I would say Burundi must be close, and then I remembered Burundi don't have any coastal cities, which is kind of a good thing, because it limits them to what they can obviously do, but no one's going to invade them. They only have a small bit of coastline where they could be invaded from, and Burundi just need to watch out for this little bit of Rhodesia, obviously Ethiopia to this massive border they have with them, and obviously Nigeria as well, and I feel like these guys are probably going to be teaming up, if anything. But that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.